Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Miss Escalante's tutorials. Today we are going to talk about combining integers. And if you remember in class, we talked about pirates and ninjas. Now when we looked at our pirates, we had them always be a certain type of number. And if we look at the P, our pirates are positive. Our pirates are our positive numbers. If our pirates are our positive numbers, that means when we look at our ninjas, remember we have an N, our ninjas are going to be negative. Our ninjas are going to be negative. All right? Let's go ahead and erase. So, our positive pirates and our negative ninjas are going to fight each other. Whenever they fight, we said that they cancel each other out. So, if I had one pirate, here's my pirates, and one ninja, that means I have a positive 1 and a negative 1. When they fight, that means that they are going to destroy each other, and I won't have any left, so they cancel each other out. At the end, I end up with 0 people left. I have no more pirates and no more ninjas. As we go through, we're going to see other ways that we can write this. What is going to happen if we have more ninjas than pirates, or more pirates than ninjas? Let's look at some examples. If I have 3 pirates and I have 2 ninjas, I have more pirates than ninjas. When I have them destroy each other, I'm going to end up with 1 pirate left. This is the same as writing positive 3. It's the same as having positive 3 and a negative 2. If we have positive 3 and a negative 2, I'm going to end up with a positive number because I have 1 pirate left. My number is going to be a positive 1. Let's see if I have more ninjas, what's going to happen than my pirates. So I'm going to have 4 ninjas. There are my 4 ninjas. And I'm going to have 2 pirates. I know because I have more ninjas than pirates, my number at the end will be a negative. I need to cancel out 2 of my ninjas because they are fighting my pirates. So I'm going to fight there and fight there. I am left with 2 ninjas, 2 negative ninjas, and that is my final answer. On the screen now are 3 problems. We're going to go through and see what happens when we have our ninjas and our pirates fight each other. So in my first example right here, number 1, I have a negative 4 and a positive 2. I'm going to box my answers. Here are my pirates, my positive 2. Here are my ninjas, my negative 4. If you look, my negative 4, I have more ninjas than I have pirates. So that means I'm going to have a negative as my answer. Now, to figure out which one cancels which, we can subtract. We can subtract 4 minus 2. 4 minus 2 is 2. Because I've already got my negative, I put my 2 behind, and this is my final answer. Let's look at the next example. I have a positive 6 and a positive 7. Those are both pirates. When I have pirates and pirates, they are never going to fight. They will combine to make a larger force. So that means I'm going to end up with a positive number, and I'm going to add. I will add 6 plus 7. 6 plus 7 is 13. I will have 13 total pirates. The last one is kind of the same, except now we have ninjas. When we have ninjas, I've got a -2 and a -3. There are no pirates to fight, so my ninjas are going to join forces and make a bigger negative. So let's add a negative behind. I want to know what a -2 and a -3 are going to become. If they're joining forces and combining, that means I'm going to have a 2 plus a 3 is 5. I'm going to have a negative, since I've already written it, 5. These are the ways that we combine our integers. Ladies and gentlemen, let's look at these 3 examples. In my first example, I have a -4 minus a -2. I have 2 symbols in the center. The first thing you do to figure out what your next boxing term will be is going to combine our negatives right here. If I combine my negatives, they turn into a positive sign. They turn into a positive sign. That means I have a -4 and a +2. I know since my -4 is larger, I have more ninjas than pirates, I'm going to have a negative number. The next thing I will do is subtract 4 minus 2. I will have a -2 at the end. Let's look at number 2. I have a +3 plus a -1. Well, I've got 2 terms in the center. I need to get rid of 1. Whenever I have a positive and a negative, I will erase or get rid of my positive sign and keep my negative. So now, if I'm boxing, I have a +3 and a -1. 3 ninjas and 3 pirates and 1 ninja. So my pirates are more, so I'm going to have a positive number. That means I'm going to do 3 minus 1 is equal to 2. I will have 2 pirates left over. My last example is a -4 plus a +2. Well, I've got 2 there. In my last example, example 2, I got rid of my positive. I'm going to do the same here. So there are my 2. I'm going to erase one of my positives because I don't need it anymore. So now I have a -4 and a +2. I have more ninjas. I have 4 ninjas, which is greater than my 2 pirates. So my answer will be negative. I will then subtract 4 minus 2. That's going to be 2. My final answer is a negative 2. These are how you combine positive and negative integers.